already know, man, this is Punch Drunk Boxing. And as we all heard in the boxing world, Canelo Alvarez is negotiating a fight with Sergey Kovalev. Now, if you follow Punch Drunk Boxing, you already know that I wanted Demetrius Andrade to get his shot at Canelo Alvarez. I wanted to see a unification bout in the middleweight division because, to me, with the names that's in the middleweight division, it's still a prestige division in the sport of boxing. But it looks like it's not going to happen. And I think he's still being avoided, Demetrius Andrade. But we can't say that the Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev is a good fight. We could say it's a good fight. I think it's a win-win situation for Sergey. It's a win-win situation for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, if he wins, of course he's gonna get another division world title. Add to his resume. It enhances his resume. It's gonna enhance his legacy. And if Sergey Kovalev wins, I think if he beat Canelo Alvarez, we're not gonna forget that he beat Andre Ward. But you know, Canelo Alvarez is more of a crossover success. People know Canelo Alvarez, I think, more than Andre Ward, and people's gonna remember what you did last. 'Cause that's the sport of boxing. They remember what you did last, and you know, Andre Ward is retired, and it is what it is. But there's a lot of hiccups going on with that type of an event to try and, you know, make it happen, because of course Sergey Kovalev with main event. He's with ESPN, and we already know that Canelo Alvarez was the Zone Golden Boy. I don't believe that they you know, it's a rival promotional company. I don't know if they could work together. They're trying to bring in Eddie Hearn so he could, you know, facilitate this type of fight, this type of event. But there's a lot of wins. There's a lot of things that's going on, and I don't even want to touch base on that because it's an ongoing story. It's an ongoing negotiation, and things could just switch up from today to tomorrow to the next and forth. You already know. Let me take a little swift of this moonshine first, because you know, boxing in July is looking good. It's feeling good, and you know what? When I drink my moonshine, you already know, man. Moonshine, I gotta feel good too, man. Can't wait for July 20th at that, but that's for another video. Woo, get your moonshine and your liquor near you. I'm gonna tell you like this, baby. So, you leave it right there. So, what y'all think, man? Leave your comments in the comment box. What y'all think about this fight? It is a good fight, but what it does to the middleweight division, I do want to see. Like I said, I want to see. There's no reason. They got the same networks. Golden Boy does work with Eddie Hearns, with Matchroom. It's no reason why we can't have a unification bout with Canelo Alvarez versus Demetrius Andrade. Now, is it Demetrius Andrade that they don't got the name? Is Canelo Alvarez above belts? Is that what it is, maybe? Because of course it does work for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez could choose Demetrius Andrade, and he could unify the titles. But after that franchise WBC title that they gave him, and they just gave away the regular WBC belt to Jamar Charlo. Like I said in my other video, you go check it out. I think Jamar Charlo should drop that belt into the garbage. In my opinion, it doesn't mean too much. If Canelo Alvarez is still going to be campaigning in the middleweight division, then for me that belt doesn't make any sense. Of course, a match with Andrade and Jamar Charlo does make sense. If I could see that fight sooner, I'm talking about probably this year, it'll be good. It'll be a unification bout, and then that could bring some excitement. That could bring some respect into the belt in the middleweight division and in boxing itself. You know, I even want to talk about the upside in actually losing it. Sergey Kovalev already lost 3 times. Of course, lost twice. Andrade has lost, got stopped a couple of fights ago. He got that back. But I think losing and showing vulnerability in your fights actually does a good service for your career. Now I'm gonna say it like this: losing and looking vulnerable, yet still in position to get those type of fights, does great for your career. I think this notion of undefeated has taken its toll on boxing. It's actually making people do make decisions, but actually with hold that decision. It takes a long time to marinate the fights that we want to see, the best fighting the best, and I think it does a disservice to the sport, and it does a disservice to the fans, and also it actually stalls legacies. For example, does Bud Crawford? The networks that can't work with the network. They can't find a way that they gonna fight. They can find the Errol Spence versus a Bud Crawford. They can't make that fight happen. I don't know what's going on. Y'all let me know, because now if let's say, I'm gonna tell you like this. Let's say if Bud Crawford have lost before, or Errol Spence have lost before, yet still in precision, Top Rank will be like, you know what, let's make that fight. Let's make that fight. Or the other way around. It's, for example, the reason why probably Keith Thurman got the fight with Manny Pacquiao is because he looks the most vulnerable. He's got hurt the most. He has his close fights, other than the Bud Crawford and the Errol Spence of the world, where they, been knocking dudes out. Nice, not really the last fight of Errol Spence, but throughout his last 4 opponents, and Keith Thurman 2 years. So if you look more vulnerable, you actually you get the money shot. Sergey Kovalev is gonna get the money shot versus Canelo, not because he was unstoppable, not because he undefeated, but because he looked vulnerable and he have lost, yet still in position, still got a title to actually get those type of fights. So this goes for the boxing people. This goes for the boxers and fighters itself. Your career does not end if you lose. Just make sure you stay in position. Remember, like I said in other videos, it's not if you win and if you lose. It's how you win and how you lose, and to who you lose. Because at the end of the day, look at Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez lost to Mayweather. Look at what Canelo Alvarez is now. That loss and that experience actually helped Canelo, to be the biggest, to be the cash cow of boxing. That was the growth, and it was a good plan. It was a good risk, because it's not really a tough of a risk if you're actually beating the best guy in the sport of boxing. It's not. So that's another question for y'all. Let me know, is being vulnerable actually a gift? Is being vulnerable and losing, but not losing too bad, but losing, maybe it's a good service for those type of fighters that haven't gotten the fight that they wish that they earned or they wish that they deserve? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, man. I know a lot of people like Demetrius Andre. He wish he could moonshine right now. Hating train passing by every time. Anyway, so Demetrius Andre gotta sit with me, man, drink some moonshine, because I feel sorry for the boy, man. I feel sorry for the guy. Like Jamal Charlo, they rather give up the belt than fight Jamal Charlo, because you're not a big name. These guys gotta bark, and I'm not talking about, look, you heard it all before. You just can't bark, man. You can't knock on the door. You gotta kick the door down. You gotta kick the door down. And I said it in my other videos. Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andre had to have a great performance. It's a spectacular ending, and they did not deliver that spectacular ending. Now, Demetrius Andrade, he boxed very well, but it was not spectacular. He needs to win spectacular. And if you're gonna trash talk, and if you're gonna bark, you have to kick the door in. You have to kick the door. You gotta do the impossible. Maybe you gotta do like Shannon Briggs and go and follow like he was following Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? Knock his food out his face. Whatever. Throw Canelo meat at Canelo. Do something. You already know, man. This is Punch Run Boxing. You can subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Subscribe to your boy. You already know, man. And like the button, press the like button. You already know. Support your boy. Spread the news. This is Punch Run Boxing, and I'm just starting my day, man. I'm gonna crack another one.